guys, this is Adam with another ABentleyMusic tutorial. This is going to be the first of a series of videos discussing various techniques that I've learned through just trial and error that I want to share with everybody that will optimize your mixes in your do-it-yourself studio or home workstation, whatever your situation may be. This segment is about parallel attack compression, as well as just parallel compression in general. So what I mean by parallel attack compression is you are doing the opposite of the preconceived idea of parallel compression, which is squashing it, a duplicate of the drum kit, and blending that in with the original. So parallel attack compression is duplicating elements of the drum kit and enhancing the attack of it and getting rid of the tail end of it. So you're basically blending in a super attack version of your drums so that you get extra punchy drums that can cut through a really dense mix. So I'm going to start by playing a mix of drums without any of the stuff that I mentioned. And then here's the same mix with the techniques applied. The only difference there, no levels, just parallel compression and parallel attack. Let's start with this MIDI roll of the raw sounds you just heard previously. I'm going to throw in first the parallel compression, my usual signal chain. And if you want to know more about the signal chain I use for parallel compression, there's a link in the description below that discusses many techniques that I do with drums, as well as my parallel compression signal chain. So here we go. Add that in, and then I'll throw in a little bit of reverb as well. That's also discussed in the linked video. Already coming to life there. So we have a mix, and let's give it a listen. So the parallel compression and the reverb are really helping the breath, the tail end of the drum kit, cut through this mix. But I still feel like there's a lack of a punch, so to speak, from the kick and the snare, or even the toms. So what I like to do, and you can do this with actual audio drums as well, is you duplicate your kick drum. Here's the original, and then here's the duplicate right here. And what I do is do very serious compression with a very slow attack, and a fast enough release that it recoils. And let me show you what I mean. The gain reduction returns to 0, like so. Meaning that each hit isn't going to get quieter and quieter because the release was too long. So I do that with the kick, and then I can blend that in right now. You can hear the difference. You're getting essentially 50 milliseconds attack of a kick drum blended in there. So it almost resembles what triggering a drum would do. You get a definition from this really powerful attack without having to squash the original drum, and it kind of just ruined the character of it. So the same thing with the snare. Let me go ahead and show you the difference there. Basically same concept there. The attack is incredibly slow. So you're getting 50 milliseconds of attack, of thud, from the snare drum, and then it just goes away. And then you let the original track take care of the nuances and the character of the drum itself. So again, here's the full mix without the parallel attack on the kick and snare. And here's with. So getting into the specifics of the compressor. Like I said before, a slow attack, and set the release so that that hit will return back to 0, so that any following hits will not get quieter from the compressor still working. And other than that, I tend not to go high ratios in general. 5 is like the highest I'll go, but definitely use your ear for that. And you're going to get a lot of gain reduction, as you can see. Anywhere between like 6 and 12 is what it looks like here, which might seem crazy, but you're not going for something that sounds good on its own. You're going for something that's blended in. So of course it's going to sound a little strange on its own. So yeah, that's what they sound like raw. In the grand scheme of things, it's actually doing a great job. as far as making this mix feel like it's more punchy and retaining the drum's articulations. So if you guys have any questions about anything about this tutorial, or anything even about just the Superior drummer that I use, or just other questions related to compression, parallel processing, please leave a comment and I'll happily answer it as soon as I can. Thanks.